Hey everyone, it's Penberthy here, and in today's video I want to break down what has been for me and most likely will be for you one of the most valuable skill sets that you can learn in your marketing, business, entrepreneur career. All right, and it's probably a concept that you may have heard before. I know it was made popular by a guy called Eugene Schwartz in one of his books, and I've taught this process in our trainings, but really it's just been in the context for our customers and our clients. But I thought it's about time that I break this down for you here in a video. So let's get into it. So what is this process? Well, essentially it is understanding your audience, understanding your ideal customers. If we can get into the mind of your ideal customer and know what stage they're at in their journey, then we can create a message that speaks to them, and we'll get better results with our marketing, with our ads, with our campaigns, with our funnels and our conversions. And Eugene refers to it as the 5 levels of market sophistication. I like to refer to it as the 5 levels of market awareness, because essentially it is how aware they are of their problems, their need for a solution, and of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down on the board here what these 5 stages are, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about each one and where you should be playing in your business to get the best results. All right. So a level 5, right? A level 5 is they are unaware of P for problem and solution. So someone in your market, okay, and by the way, we are talking about people who are potential customers for you. So we're talking about your entire market, whatever product or service it is that you have. In that entire market, there are 5 levels of where someone would be in their awareness of their need for a solution, right? So if someone's at number 5, they're unaware of the problem and the solution. They just don't even know they have a problem, let alone their need for a solution. So the example would be, you know, if you're working in the weight loss niche or the fitness niche, if you're trying to target someone with a message where they don't even know they have a problem and they're not interested in finding a solution, they don't think they're overweight, they don't think they're out of shape, or they're completely disinterested with the idea of making any kind of lifestyle change, they fall under number 5. So let's come back and talk about that a bit more in a minute. But number 4 is they are aware of the problem, but not the solution, all right? They're at number 4. So they're aware of the fact that they are potentially overweight, potentially unfit, and they're aware of that problem. There's some pain that comes with that problem, but they have no idea what the solution is, all right? Maybe they've been looking online for some solutions, but they have just no idea. They don't know which way to turn, all right? We'll come back and talk about that in a minute as well. Then we've got number 3, which is they are aware of problem and solution, but not of you. All right? So they're aware that they have a problem, they're aware of their need for a solution, and they've probably got some ideas of what that solution should look like. Finding the right diet, the right workout plan, getting a personal trainer, finding the right online trainer, whatever it is, they've got an idea of what the solution should be, but they don't know who you are and the fact that you have a solution to open their eyes up to, right? Then number 2 is they're aware of you. Whoops, I probably shouldn't, that's terrible grammar, but never mind, forget that. Aware of you, I'm trying to emphasize the point, you, okay, but not sold on you yet. All right, so they're aware of you now. They've seen an ad, they've seen something of you online. They've seen your website, they've seen an ad, they've seen a video, they've seen an article, whatever it is, but they're not sold on you yet. They're not quite across the line yet to want to give you some money in exchange for your product or your service. And then number 1 is, as we like to refer to it, just give me the deal, all right? These are people who are, they're ready to go. All right, if you've seen my stuff before, for example, and maybe you've now been watching some videos here on social media, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, and you're kind of like, you know what, I really like this guy, you know, what products has he got? I'm ready to buy something, right? You would be under a number 1, okay? So this covers everything in your market. People are going to be at different levels, and what you've got to realize is the messages that you go out online with your videos, your ads, your articles, the copy on your website, all that kind of stuff needs to speak to the section of this audience that you're wanting to grab, right? So let's talk about it. And number 5, we don't play here, all right? We don't play at number 5 until much, much later down the track. All right, let me explain. If you've got to try and convince someone that they have a problem, you're giving yourself so much extra work. You're taking, like, to get someone from not knowing who you are to becoming a customer, that's a long enough journey anyway, all right? Just to get someone from a 3 or a 2 to get across the line to give you some money, that's a journey. So having to then convince someone they have the problem in the first place, if I had to try and tell you on camera that you've got a problem with your weight and you're unfit, or you've got a problem with your dog and you didn't realize it and he needs some training and this, that and the other, or if I had to convince you that your marketing was not working and that, like, I shouldn't convince you of a problem. I should find people that already have a problem. The only time that we would ever go up to number 5, and I might do a video about this, later on down the track, is when you've exhausted these other markets, or not even markets, you've exhausted these other sections of the audience and you want to really scale, then you might scale out and create messages to a number 5, but not in this case, all right? And for most of you, you wouldn't. This is where we're going to play. We're going to play at a 3 or a 4. People who know they have a problem, but they don't know what the solution is, or they're just unaware of you and the solution that you bring. This is the best place to play for cold traffic, all right? I'm gonna write cold here, okay? Cold traffic being people that you're going out and advertising to who are completely unaware of you. That's cold traffic. You're warming them up to you, and it's a 3 or a 4. All right, and essentially what this means is once we understand this, we know how we go out there with our messaging. Rather than saying, hey, have you ever found that, when you run upstairs, you find you get a bit out of breath? Have you ever found that, when you look in the mirror, you don't feel too great? Like, maybe you've got a problem with your weight. Like, that's talking to a 5. We're not gonna do that. What I'm gonna say is, hey, if you're watching this video right now, chances are you've been trying everything you can, to lose weight, to feel more confident in yourself, to feel, this, that, and the other, and nothing's working. Maybe you've tried this, and nothing's working. Listen, I want to introduce you to something new here in this video that might help you, blah, 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 off we go. You see the difference in messaging there? I'm speaking in a way that assumes they know of the problem that they've got. Because if they don't, I want them to leave my video because I'm not going to be convincing them they have a problem. So that's a 3 and a 4, okay? A 2 and a 1, this is your remarketing. I've got some videos here on social media about remarketing too. Go to my YouTube channel if you're not on it already, or go to Facebook, you'll see that there. And I talk about the importance of remarketing. Remarketing is following up with someone who has already been exposed to you. Okay, so they're either unaware of you, they're aware of you but not sold. So now we need to remarket them, follow up with them, and try and get them across the line. And number 1 is just give me the deal, right? That's when you would remarket someone or send an email to your list or whatever it is, just taking them to a place where they can give you some money, right? This is remarketing. 1 and 2, okay, warm traffic, okay? Warm, how the hell do you spell warm? I've completely forgotten how you spell warm. Flipping heck, we've got to do something here with this video. Your mind just goes blank. W-A-R-M, I was writing it upside down. So this is remarketing, 1 and 2. Speaking to people that have already seen your stuff before. So, we're going to put here warm, all right? W-A-R-M, warm traffic, okay? They've been exposed to you before. Now we're going to continue to keep them warm and eventually turn them into a hot lead, a hot customer, because they've now given you some money, okay? This is the process. And again, I don't want to just sound like a parrot. I'm just repeating myself here, but it's really important to understand where, who in your market you're speaking to so that you can provide the right message to them. And if you understand this stuff, it will be so, so powerful for you. When you're going out with your ads, when you're writing copy for your sales funnels, when you are writing articles, it doesn't matter what you're doing, just remember who you're talking to. It's really a 3 or a 4 or a 1 and a 2, and a 5 is not where we play unless you're really kind of doing multiple 4, potentially 5 figures a day. At that point, you may start to exhaust some of these audiences, and then you might want to branch out to a 5, but that's not where you start to play. All right, so that's it for this video, and I hope that has been helpful for you. And listen, if this has been helpful, do me a favor, leave me, hit the thumbs up button, give me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this video. Maybe even let me know if you've had any experience with this so far and what you've found in terms of how you go out with your message. Also, if you want to learn more about this kind of stuff, I teach it in some of our Facebook ad training and our YouTube ad training. So we'll leave some links below in the description box for that, so you can check out some of those web classes. I think you'll really, really like them. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you're notified for future videos that we put out. And with that, appreciate you very much, and I'll see you in a future video.